Hello everyone, welcome to TechWebDots. Today I am going to share one of the very important service, Azure Resource Manager templates, and I will discuss what is ARM template, how to use ARM template, and what are the advantages. And I will showcase a practical demo with the help of Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's move ahead without wasting time. So I have already discussed Azure Functions, App Service with different examples in my previous recorded session. So the all important links are given in the description of this video. So let's focus on today's session, which is on ARM templates. So what are ARM templates? You must be thinking what is the use case and how it comes into picture. With the move to cloud, we are considering when any of the team is working on the cloud, okay, the team needs to repeatedly deploy their solution to the cloud in agile environment. Okay, as infrastructure has become part of their iterative process, teams needs to manage infrastructure and application code through a unified process, because there can be a reason because of cost saving. You just remove your resources over the weekend. This can be one of the cost saving option, or other means can be if a new developer joining the team, so how they can repeatedly create their infrastructure with their own. Okay, so there should be a unified process. You can automate deployments of infrastructure and use the practice of infrastructure as code. Remember this thing, infrastructure as code, that becomes part of your project and can exist in a source repository. When we are saying it can exist with the project or can be a part of source repository, it means we can manage its version, we can maintain its change tracking, and it can be up to date all the time and can be used by any of the team member, and they can deploy the similar environment at any point of time, right? This is the very basic thing when we are thinking about when to use ARM templates. So to implement infrastructure as code for Azure solution, we use Azure Resource Manager template, or in short we say ARM templates. As you can see in this screen, it looks like a simple JSON document or JSON file where we can see it's a key or value combination. A key is a schema and the value is, there is a URL and the content version that we are using, parameter and function array and variable and resource array and output, right? So what these are, let's understand a bit by bit. So the template is a JavaScript object notation, or you can say a simple JSON file that defines the infrastructure and the configuration for your project. If you will see, this is a simple JSON file, but the structure which is defined inside this JSON file is understood by the Azure. That's why with the help of this following structure, Azure understand what resources Azure should deploy on the basis of the configuration defined in this template. And as you can see, under resource section, we should specify what resource we want to deploy, or in other layman term, you can say what resource we want to create, right? So the template uses declarative syntax which lets you state what you intend to deploy without having to write the sequence or programming commands to create it. It looks very simple, very easy, and we can understand even by name what actually we are doing. If we are mentioning resources here, it means we can mention n number of resources that we want to create with the help of this JSON file, ultimately we can say, or in other words, ARM templates, right? So in the template, you specify the resources to deploy and the properties for those resources. Don't worry, I will share more example in upcoming screens. But the major three things which should be there in the template, that is schema, that what schema version that we are using, the content version, and the resources for which we are creating the template, right? So why we should choose ARM template, right? So it means what are the advantages. So it contains declarative syntax, repeatable results, and orchestration, modular files, create any Azure resource, and extensibility testing, preview changes, built-in validation, track deployment, policy as code, deployment blueprints, CI/CD integration, exportable code, and authoring tools. So you can see there are many advantages, right? So let's, if I take a one or two example, if I talk about orchestration, if you are using Azure Resource Manager template, so you are managing only one template, and all the resource provider will provide the resources which are mentioned in this template. But if you are not using the Azure Resource Manager template, then what ultimately you will be doing, you are using non-template infrastructure as code, and you are giving multiple imperative put calls to the Azure. So this Azure Resource Manager easily create your required resources with the help of underlying services. Okay, so for example, I will show you with the help of Visual Studio Code, we create a template deployment, or you can say deploy using custom template. In that we specify, for example, a storage account, right? And after that, this is talk about the orchestration, and this is talk about the tracking. So once we deploy the template, so we can track that, we can see either it is completed or not, and we can just click on go to resources, and we can see at what time it was completed, at what time it was a start, and what resource group it is using. So all these things are completely possible when we are using a custom template. So now we go deep dive into the template, or you can say the JSON file. We have already seen, right, there are many components inside it that we can see. So within your template you can write template expression that extend the capabilities of JSON. Now you must be thinking, what is template expression? Template expression means when we are writing the resources, or you can say inside that, if you want to, for example, want to access the resource group name, so we can use the inbuilt functionality which is provided by Azure Resource Manager. So the template has the following section, as you can see, parameters. So what we actually do, in short, we provide values to the parameter. Another one is a variable. So in variables we specify the values that we want to reuse throughout the template. User defined functions, we can create the existing one, or you can say the inbuilt one, and we can also create our own as well. And this is the resources section, and the that we define what resources we want to create with the help of this template. And the last one is output, which return values from the deployed resources. So as a result, you can consider the scenario, once the deployment is completed, so some value will be returned by that completion, right? So you can see in this example, under this resource we will specify definitely if we want to create a storage account, where we will use the API version of the storage account, which is this, and the name we are providing for our storage account, which is my storage account. Location we are selecting, SKU we are selecting, it is standard local redundant, and the kind of storage account that we want to create is this storage v2, and the properties, right? So these are the things which are very important when you are creating a template JSON file, right? So let's understand a bit more about the template deployment process. So when you deploy a template, a resource manager convert the template into REST API operations, okay? And it actually issues a put call, so it converts the definition to the REST API operation, which is sent to the Microsoft storage resource provider. Now you must be thinking, why I am saying Microsoft.storage? If we are creating a storage account, in that case it issues a request output to the Microsoft storage, right? How? So you can see this URL is incomplete, but the full URL is mentioned here, right? You can see this request we are issuing, it is https request management.azure.com. along with that we are mentioning what subscription you are using to issue this request, and under resource group we are mentioning what resource group we're going to use, and under provider is Microsoft.storage, right? And again we are providing the storage account name with the API version. So every detail we added in this request, right? And to deploy a template, there are many options. For example, REST API, Azure CLI, PowerShell. So REST API that you can use, Azure CLI, for that you should install a CLI tool. For PowerShell you should install PowerShell tool, and for Azure Portal it is a web interface that I am going to showcase in few moments, and Azure Cloud Shell also available with Azure Portal, and one more option which is button in GitHub repository. So all these options are available to deploy any template, okay? Now, what about the template design? So you can deploy a three, because we are understanding the whole picture. For example, you want to deploy three-tier application, means you have front end, you have back end, and you have a processing component, or you can say your business processing layer. So through a single template to a resource group. So you can consider this is one resource group, and we have a template. This is our single template. It contains three resources: virtual machine, service for our business layer, and this is SQL. This is our backend, or you can say data access layer. So this is completely three-tier application template design. But if you don't have to define your entire infrastructure in a single file, then you can create a main template that links all the required template. So that would look something like this. So you create a parent template and you link that parent template with three child templates. Okay, that will be a nested VM template, nested web application template, and the nested DB template, right? And this will also cover under the same resource group. And further, if you envision your tiers having separate life cycles, so you can deploy your three-tier separate resources group as well. It means all three resources will reside with different resource group, right? And there can be three different templates. It is VM template, web template, and DB template, right? So you can consider this web template as your business processing as well, your web interface as well, and the VM is ultimately the infrastructure that will be displaying, or that will be hosting your application. Okay, note the resources can still be linked to resources in other resources group. You can see in the third example all three are in different group, but these can be linked together very easily. Now it's time to showcase a demo where I will show you how you can create a storage account with the help of ARM template. This is my Visual Studio Code, and I believe you have already installed this Visual Studio Code on your machine. If you not, then link is given in the description of this video from where you can go and download this Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I have created this one folder, but before doing anything, right, before taking the leverage of this Visual Studio Code, I strongly suggest you go to the extensions first, okay, and type here ARM templates, right? Then you will see this. Okay, so you have to install this Azure Resource Manager template. Let's jump into the Visual Studio Code on your machine. As you can see, it is already installed on my machine. Okay, after installing this, you just go to your created folder, right? Under that, creating one file here, basic Azure template, right? Hit enter. Okay, now but one thing I have to provide, just 1 second, I have to provide dot json, right? Now it is our json file, right? So what I have to, because I have already installed the extension of ARM, so if I type here ARM, right, so I can see this is the resource group template Azure resource. So if I click over here, so now I can see this is the basic structure of the ARM template. This is the power of Visual Studio Code with the help of this extension ARM. Okay, and because we want to create a storage account template, so if I go here and type storage, okay, so it's loading. As you can see on the right bottom side, it is saying loading ARM templates. So you can see there are so many intelligent suggestions available here. So if I select ARM storage, so you will see this skeleton is automatically generated for us, and how easy for us to create a simple resource. So this is the power of using Visual Studio Code. Okay, because I just want to make it very simple, so I'm not gonna use a parameter, function, or variable, so I can delete it from here. Very simple, right? And what I said, three things are mandatory: schema, content version, and resource. Okay, I don't want to return anything from this template, so I'm just removing output as well. So if I go through this, let me give it a name. For example, my storage account, let me give it a name 101. Okay, my storage account, this is type, that is fine. This is the API version that we want to use. It will be validated on the Azure side. Tag, I don't want to use any tag at this point of moment, so I'm just removing it. So this is the expression I was talking about. okay, but just to keep it simple, right, because we don't need to remember anything. If you just remove it and press control and space bar, so you will see all the locations. So for me, for example, the closest one at this point of moment, for example, Europe, so I select North Europe, okay, the storage kind, okay, the kind of storage account I want to create it to do, okay, and the SKU that are what I want to use. There are many available. If I load all the options, so you can see premium, standard. Let me select local redundant one, okay, and the tier instead of minimum, let me select the standard one, okay. So now this is a complete most simple storage account ARM template. Let me just save it, okay. This is the first step that you need to do. Second step, we want to deploy this ARM template to Azure Portal, okay. So let me switch to Azure Portal to showcase. This is our Azure Portal. So I want to deploy that ARM template, okay. So what I want to type here to search the resources, template. If I specify template, so here's the option which says deploy a custom template. Click on that. Now this is the custom deployment option, okay. There are many options: create a VM or create a Windows, create a web app, and there are inbuilt template as well that you can access, right. If I mention storage, so we can create many storage as well, okay, but we have created our own template, so we will click here, build your own template in the editor. If I click over here, so what we need to do, we need to paste our template content here and just save it. So let me go back to the Visual Studio Code. Let me just copy all my content and paste here, okay. This is very simple, okay. So I just save it, okay. Remember what, I have to select a resource group as well, so which is Azure Service Demo. I am selecting location is automatically coming from my template, okay. I just move to next, okay. Now it's gonna validate if there is any issue with my template, okay. It says validation failed. If I click over here, it says okay, pre-validation check failed, 101 is not a valid account name, okay. That's fine. If I go to previous, okay, if I click on edit template 00123, okay, and just save it. Next, okay, we have to select source group, validating again. Finally, yes, finally validation is passed. And if I click on create, okay, now it is initializing my deployment. Now it is submitting the document, and we can track it actually, right. We can track here, it is deployment is in progress, and it takes hardly 1 or 2 minutes, right. It says this is a resource group that we are using, this is the correlation ID, this is the start time, okay, and what subscription we are using. So every detail is available here, and one record is created here through which we can see, okay, it is in under process, the status is accepted, and we can see the operation details as well. If I click over here, so all details are available, okay. How much duration it takes, it took 24 seconds only, okay. If I close it, you can see this is ready. If I click on go to resources, so now you can see this storage account is ready, right. We can see blob services, we can go to container, we can check everything. If I go back to home, if I check my resource group, right, under that it will be available. We can see Azure Service Demo, the name that we have provided earlier, okay. So I hope it is a very simple example, you understood it very well, at least at a basic level. So now we have seen how this template was very helpful to create a simple storage account, right. So the more advantage if we are using Visual Studio Code is the ARM tools for Visual Studio Code provide language support, resource snippet, and resource auto completion. And another advantage is these tools help create and validate ARM templates. So I hope you like the video. If you have any question, any suggestion, you can leave into the comment box, and I will try to reply on that as soon as possible. And your feedback is very important, don't forget to do that, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.